The Red Dead Online Summer update has been confirmed. Many players believed it to be a trader enhancement, but Rockstar themselves have confirmed it to be a lot more than this. We will actually start to be looking at more outlaw-ish activities. And this may go without saying, but these types of activities have been highly requested features ever since Red Dead Online was first released back in November 2018. And finally, it is about to happen. All of this news that has been released so far might seem small, with it only being one newswire and one paragraph, but this is actually something that Rockstar have been building up to for a very long time. So we'll be going through absolutely everything within this video. Before I do get into the video, if you do enjoy the content here and you want to see a little bit more from me, then make sure you head into the description down below, click that link to the second YouTube channel and subscribe to that channel. Over there, we are currently going through live streams 3 days a week on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. If you want to be a part of it, I do highly recommend you subscribe, because when this new Red Dead Online update releases, we are going to be going daily over there with the streaming. Getting back into the video. On the 18th of May, Rockstar confirmed that both GTA Online and Red Dead Online will be getting summer updates. Both updates bringing in some of the most frequently fan requested additions to each game, along with a host of new items, quality of life updates and much more. So starting from the 25th of May, there will be 8 new races added to the game, with a mix of these being standard races, open races, target races and open target races. This content probably won't be released all at the exact same time. We'll get a major update and then it will probably lead to 2 races being released and the rest being drip fed over the next couple of weeks. But all of this news was overshadowed by the paragraph below, which says this: Red Dead Online Summer Update will add a diverse array of new missions across the world for those looking to step into the criminal underworld. Down in Saint Denis, Angelo Bronte's trusted lieutenant, Guido Martelli, is working to create his own criminal network. So whether it's intimidation, unsavory crimes, or larger high-stake robberies, riders best be willing to do whatever it takes to earn their blood money. This has obviously got a lot of excitement backing it. This is something that players have been wanting to do for a very long time. If you do just want to know how to prepare for this update, we have already done a video here on the channel. There'll be a link to that in the description down below, as well as there'll be a card on screen right now on the top right, which you can click and it'll take you directly to that video. But for this video, we are breaking absolutely everything down. So first things first, believe it or not, we have had questions such as, who is Angelo Bronte? For those of you that have played Red Dead Redemption 2 story, you obviously know this, but for those of you that have got the Red Dead Online standalone or recently was able to play through the Xbox Game Pass, you've never actually interacted with Angelo Bronte. So let's just quickly go through it. And as we are talking about the Red Dead Redemption 2 story, this is also a spoiler alert. Angelo Bronte is a wealthy Italian businessman and crime lord, mainly operating in the city of Saint Denis. Angelo Bronte is a major character within the story and serves as the main antagonist of the game's 4th chapter. After the 3rd chapter ends in complete chaos as the Braithwaite Manor goes up in flames, Mrs. Braithwaite tells the gang that her sons have sold Jack Marston to Angelo Bronte, and this is the first time that we ever hear of this character. In chapter 4, the Van der Linde gang track down Angelo Bronte and find Jack, but Angelo won't give him up without getting nothing in return. So John and Arthur help Angelo Bronte by dealing with grave robbers within Saint Denis. The thing about Bronte is that he has a say in everything that happens within Saint Denis. If you want to do something, you ask him first for permission, which is exactly what the gang did. Bronte gave the go-ahead for the gang to rob the Saint Denis trolley station, but Bronte set them up, which did result badly for Bronte himself as the gang seeked revenge. After these events, the Bronte's crime syndicate fell to the next person in charge, which was Guido Martelli, who we now know is the character behind this year's summer update. With Martelli himself, we have limited information. We know he was the henchman for Angelo Bronte. He did play a part within the Red Dead Redemption 2 story. We see him in the mission The Gilded Cage, but he doesn't say anything. He had no lines throughout the whole story. The only other time he was ever mentioned within the game was by Charles in the epilogue, within the mission called Bare Knuckles Friendship. Charles originally made the deal to throw the boxing match, but Charles ended up winning. As a result of this, Martelli sent men after Charles and John, and this was the whole mission. This is all that is said about Martelli in the whole of Red Dead Redemption 2. In fact, he played such a small part that Rockstar actually got his name wrong within the credits. It says Guido Martinelli rather than Martelli. And it also says this now on IMDb. The original voice actor for Martelly was Emanuele Ancarini. And despite somewhat stalking his LinkedIn and Instagram, I can't tell whether or not Emanuele will actually be the voice actor for this upcoming update. Because Martelly had no lines within story, Rockstar can actually do whatever they want. If they need to or want to go and change the voice actor, they can. There is actually no reference for them to go and build off from. So this is actually a weird one, because Martelly isn't the only character to come from story to online. There's been loads before, especially when looking at stranger missions, but this is the first time that we've had a character real close to the main Red Dead Redemption 2 story, which is going to be brought to Red Dead Online, but Rockstar are free to do whatever they want. There's only two main points of lore which Rockstar need to use him for, as being Angelo Bronte's henchmen and his lieutenants, which they've already covered, and way in the future, around 1907, Martelly will be the head of the crime syndicate. Everything else is entirely up for Rockstar to go and do whatever they want, which should lead to it being very interesting. Now, that's enough about the characters that are involved with this summer update. Moving on to the content itself. It says Guido Martelli is working to create his own criminal network, so whether it's intimidation, unsavory crimes, or larger high-stake robberies, riders best be willing to do whatever it takes to earn their blood money. This is what players have been asking for a very long time, but it's not actually the first time that we've heard this happening. This time last year, we did get a leak from Two Smoking Barrels and also Tez 2 Funds, which shared potential content. There was references in code which talked about security door knock scenario or security door peek scenario. We also got an MP007 leak which referenced legendary animals and random events. These random events included unpaid debt, lock safe, sick horse, trapped wagon, suspension trap, slumped hunter, and crashed wagon. And back when all of this was first released, it was just like any other leak. But looking back on it, we've had some of this content. We've had some of the dynamic events such as suspension traps, slumped hunter, and crashed wagon. We've also had all the legendary animals which were included in this leak, and also we had an extra 34 more on top. But so far, we haven't had the likes of unpaid debt, lock safe, sick horse, or trapped wagon. And this could mean one of three things. The first thing is that the content was originally scheduled to release with MP007 or the Naturalist update, but for whatever reason Rockstar removed them and could potentially release them as part of a future update, which in this situation could be this next summer update. With the events such as unpaid debt and lock safe, it definitely sounds like it's going to fit within the criminal underworld. The second option is these events are already within the game but under different content. Sometimes the original plan for content changes. This is just game iteration and every game company goes through this. You plan specific content only for that content not to work. So you go and change that, make it better, and it can sometimes place within something completely different. The third option is that they killed this content and this content is never going to be added. Content gets killed all the time. It doesn't work and it still doesn't work after iterating it or trying to improve the content. Most game companies just decide to kill the project, no matter what it is. And some people may find this hard to believe, but just remember that Arthur Morgan was supposed to have story in New Austin, only for it to be completely cut and killed. Now, out of all three of these options that I've just said, let me know in the comment section down below which one you think is most likely when it comes to this content. Just say 1, 2, or 3 in the comment section down below because I'm curious of what you guys think. Now, with everything that we've talked about in this video, a lot of you guys may be getting very excited, some of you may be skeptical, but I'm pretty sure on everyone's mind is the release date. So starting off, content will start on the 25th of May. This isn't including the robberies and the summer update itself, but it will be 8 races that Rockstar will be pushing. With the robberies itself, as it is a summer update, do not expect it to come anytime between when these races are first released all the way up till the 20th of June, as summer doesn't start until the 21st of June and doesn't end to the 22nd of December within the Northern Hemisphere. So don't get your hopes up for next Tuesday or the Tuesday after for Rockstar to announce it and release it the following week, because it's not going to happen. I also want to make it clear for you not to expect it within the first week of summer. or in this case the 22nd of June, which is the Tuesday, because this is also unlikely to happen, as we have been in this situation before. Back in 2019, on the 14th of May, Rockstar released the spring update, which included new game modes, new weapons, changes to daily challenges, and new types of stranger missions, which brought over Sadie Adler, Black Belt, and the Aberdeen pig farmers from the Red Dead Redemption 2 story. At the bottom of this newswire, Rockstar teased the summer update, which included the first lot of roles being the collector, bounty hunter, and trader. Rockstar said that these roles will be coming in the summer as part of a summer update. Players were hyped for this content. When summer came, every week players were getting hyped for Rockstar to announce and release the new content. But when Tuesday came round, every single week, players were just disappointed. The summer update wasn't released until the final week of summer, which was in September. And we could very well have the same situation now. If you are just a Red Dead fan, you also need to bear in mind that Rockstar will also be pushing a GTA Online update this summer, and they will not be released within the same day, same week, and probably not even in the same month. Rockstar likes to keep a gap within the summer between these two updates. That way, when you have 2 months of summer, Rockstar can release one and the hype will all be gathered to that game. As soon as hype starts to die down, they release the second game update where players will hopefully move over to that game. And they've done this for the past 2 years, and chances are it's likely to happen again this year. One positive worth talking about is Rockstar have said before that they're trying to stick to one Red Dead Online update and one GTA Online update, and just keep this cycle going throughout the years. And some of you may be interested to know that the previous update that was released was a GTA update. This was the Cayo Perico heist, which was released on the 15th of December. So this does mean that if Rockstar were trying to stick with this schedule, that the next one to release should hopefully be a Red Dead. Now there is emphasis on trying there because sometimes things happen and it changes the plan. My advice here is just to keep on doing whatever it is you're doing. Don't get your hopes up for every single Tuesday for Rockstar to announce something, because it's not going to happen. The fact that they've already said this means that they're starting to build up hype, but we could still be waiting a month or even 2 months before we hear any type of news. If you want to carry on playing Red Dead but you're struggling to find ways to stay motivated, we have already got you covered here on the channel. In a previous video, we did go over 30 things you can do to spice up Red Dead Online. This is if you are bored of the game. So if you do want to see that, there will be a link in the description down below, and yet again there will be a card on screen right now, which is top right. Just click that and it'll open up a new tab for you. But anyway guys, this is absolutely everything to do with this next major update. We've gone over confirmed information, we've gone over some of the speculation and leaks, and we've also looked to the future with the potential release date. If you do want to talk more in depth about this, there is a link in the description down below which will take you over to the second YouTube channel. Over on that channel, we are streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you do want to talk more in depth about this, just make sure you catch me in one of the live streams. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.